I love little random hole in the wall gyms, like not a franchise, not a chain, just some guy. Maybe he has like one staff member, and yeah, all the weights are all over the place. Honestly, I had no idea what any of these plates even weighed because I thought these were the regular like 20 kg 44-pound plates. But as I was lifting, I was like, this doesn't feel like two plates. You know, when you kind of know how much like a weight feels, like a plate, two, three plates, you just know how much roughly they feel in your hands. This entire workout, I was like, what even am I lifting? I have no idea. And I also think I had like a woman's bar because it was bending like crazy. And it just it was more like a just fun experience being at this gym. The day pass was $1.75, and there was not a single word in English anywhere, which is expected. I'm in another country in some I don't even know neighborhood, but yeah, it was pretty good workout. I mean, a bar is a bar. The weights are the weights. I don't care if it's 318 pounds, but I expected it to be like two something. I don't know, but I wanted to just post like a random black and white video with this voiceover. I think black and white videos kind of are cool. There's that guy on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know his name's like Louis Fulton or Louis something. Every single video, reel, post, whatever that he makes on Instagram is all black and white. And it kind of has like a cool effect to it. Like, I don't know. But we did some flat bench. I love benching. I don't care what anyone says. I freaking love benching, flat or incline. I don't care. I just love the barbell and I love benching. It's built my chest. I would say like I could ditch every fly, every machine, every dumbbell, every single exercise other than flat barbell and flat incline barbell, and my chest would be, you know, right where it is now. Honestly, I don't even know how much flies really do for me. I don't know. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they do. I don't know. But this fly machine was really, really good. And I'm doing my usual kind of formula where exercise one is the heavy stuff with the bar. And then, you know, some higher up stuff and like maybe a drop set or whatever. And then the second exercise or second, like the middle of the workout or the second thing, I get off of an exercise that hits my nervous system, such as a bench press, and I do some sort of machine. A lot of people do flies at the end as a quote-unquote burnout or finisher, or like we're going to etch in some details. I don't believe in any of that. I just think put the flies maybe in the middle to give your nervous system a break and then get back into some pressing. So just some basic flies, higher-ish reps, and then this third exercise is one of my favorites for upper chest. I actually hit my elbow so goddamn hard on these little spikes that are sticking out here to like rack the weight on. So I had to be like a little extra careful. And then all right, check this out. As I'm pressing, watch the entire Smith machine. Look at it moving. Look. Is literally moving away from me as I'm pressing. And in my head, I'm like, this feels weird. Why do I feel like I'm moving out of place? Like the chair's sliding back. And the entire time, I'm literally pushing the whole Smith machine forward. But basically what I do here is I grab an L seat, not an incline, like not a bench that can incline. I get this seat that's like a fixed 90-degree angle or close to 90-degree angle, fixed position where your back can like hang off the back of the seat and not have like a headrest. And I basically just bring this down to my chest with the intent to incorporate front delts into this. I don't know if you guys are brand new here, but I'm 20 whatever episodes in on my diet for videos, which was the entire start of this whole channel. And I do not have a shoulder day or a front delt like portion at all for my entire week. I just utilize all the chest pressing and this exercise here, which I really, really like to open up my upper chest and incorporate a little bit of front delts on like a really high incline. And third, we're going back to exercise 4 now. I just grabbed this machine, no idea the company. It's weird, like this whole gym has equipment in it from maybe 20 years ago at least. The shit in here is so old. And then there's these 4 random brand new pristine chest presses which look so out of place at a gym like this, but it was pretty good. Like, see these plates? I don't even know what they weigh because the second one I put on there when I was carrying it felt like a 44 or like a 45-pound plate. But then the first one I put on, like the bigger diameter one that you guys can see that I put on first, that's what I was benching with. And I was thinking maybe those are actually 25 kg. And that's why I didn't have like a straight up 4 plates on the bench press, because I was actually up into the 400s with like 3 of those. And then what I thought was a 10 kg, but it was actually maybe a 15 or a 20. I don't know. But I finished up with chest there, and now we're getting into some side delts. biggest takeaway, I want you guys to zoom in with your eyeballs right on my traps. Do you see my traps shrugging? No. Do you see anything happening besides my side delts raising basically my elbows? I do side delts from my elbows, and I tried to put that like handle where I'm, the handle that I'm grabbing, I tried to put the handle on the outside of my wrist, but it was kind of uncomfortable. But I really like imagining side delts as not my hands grabbing this bar so hard and I'm raising a dumbbell or I'm raising a cable handle or I'm raising a machine with my hand. I want to imagine like it's my elbow doing it, and I just have this like 1.5 foot long extension off my elbow down from my elbow to my hand. And I know supersets are illegal these days, so I did superset a seated dumbbell raise, and the first portion of my really pretty much like any dumbbell side raise I do, I start very textbook form, and then I start to get some momentum and some partials, and I might even switch the form from a raise more strictly into a upright row with a little bit more looseness, I guess, in my form. So as you guys can see here, it's not perfect, and that's fine. It's not the time and place to be perfect, in my opinion, because these dumbbells were like decently heavy for this type of seated, side raise I was doing. And then look how perfectly, I'm executing this one here. My traps are definitely like big and in your face and whatever, but they're not doing any of the work. And then here I get a little bit of momentum. Totally cool. As your reps you get more tired and more tired, ending the set is cool. But for me, I only train my side delts 2 times per week. And they're not like a huge muscle group, and they can take a beating, especially when you're just doing raises and raises and raises and upright rows and raises and just all that stuff. But I want to get away for myself and to kind of get you guys to get away from the fluff bullshit volume that everyone does, where they just, quote unquote, spamming side raises. It's like, yeah, cool, you got a sick pump, but like, did you build muscle? Did you tear muscle fibers and then go home, eat protein, amino acids, go to bed, sleep, rest, recover, and then wake up the next day with slightly larger delts? Did that happen, or did you just put blood there? So yeah, I got to take the old shirt off and do a nice couple of sets without the shirt here. Now, everyone's cool at this gym. I really don't like having my shirt off in front of people. I'm a very long pants, long sleeve shirt, or long pants, oversized 4XL shirt. And, taking my shirt off is really something I don't like to do in a gym with other people. But I was reading a post the other day of this guy saying deadlifts don't do anything and they're not a back exercise. Traps don't do anything because it's only a vertical whatever. And then he was saying barbell rows require so much stability, so they're really bad. And I'm like looking at this clip of my back, and I'm not even lean yet. I still have chunks of fat on me, and even through that you can just see like the freaking slabs of muscle on my back that literally are built from all those exercises that the kids with the PhD in fucking pencil neckology love to tell me that these exercises are bad and all these things. But I thought it looked pretty sweet here. This is kind of like a nice look. This was the day after a refeed, so my cuts aren't as deep, but the pump and the fullness in the veins were a little better. Sometimes, man, I don't know, I know people really love the workouts after refeed days. Sometimes when my sodium is really high or like just something's off, it'll make me feel amazing in the gym, but my look is just a little bit too puffy and not as cut. So I usually look my best around like Tuesday or Wednesday when all the excess junk weight comes off from the refeed. But yeah, just doing some posing and wrapped it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm not sure if you're doing cardio, if you're eating a meal or whatever, but hope it was enjoyable, and I'll see you at the next vid.